Hi there. This morning I am on Binns Road in Wavertree Technology Park, which is obviously a heavily industrialised area, but it also now has a shopping park, which I actually see quite a lot of people walking towards, which is really good. And there's just been a cyclist going past me as well. But there is a fundamental problem, namely that because it's an industrialised area, the assumption is that basically most of the people who come here come by car, and indeed, you know, the shopping area has a massive car park connected to it. So it tends to be quite busy, even on the quieter roads, as you can tell by the amount of cars that are going by, even at this time of day. But worse is the pavements. I'm going to walk you past those parked cars. It's all right here, I can go past, but as you can tell it gets tighter and tighter. And the problem is, if I had a push chair or something like that, it would be really, really tough to get past. If I was in a wheelchair, there's not even dropped curbs, well, and the ones that are there are usually parked on. As you can see here, there isn't enough space at all to go past if you are with a pushchair or in a wheelchair. What is also noticeable is obviously that the other side looks just as grim or even worse. And this is actually quite surprising. Normally what I find here in this section is that cars are double parked so that you can get past, and we have had days when we had to go onto the road, which, to be fair, this morning isn't too bad, but at weekends can be really, really scary. And I mean, you can see there's a big lorry going past and it takes up the whole space, so there's very little place to go. What I find interesting is that this is also quite clearly a central route designed for cyclists, because as you can see, there's a cycle path just ahead of you. It's really good to see cycle paths, but it then ends and you just have to hope that there isn't a big lorry coming and squashing you into the gutter or indeed into the parked cars. So in other words, this is a really good example of how the roads are actually continuing to stay unsafe, even when there is infrastructure being built. The evidence is that what is prioritized consistently is cars. This is obviously particularly true for an industrialized area, but it is in industrialized areas where a lot of people want to be able to walk. How can you make this safe for them? You can either open up alternative routes, which is very easy, or you try and really reduce car use. And I think that is what Liverpool City Council has to do, reduce car use. So that's me from this morning. I'm now heading back home. Have a good day.